35 weeks! Woohoo! And the cool thing about 35, if you're a nerd like me, you're 35 weeks along and you have 35 days to go until your due date. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this week, what have I done? I feel like I've done absolutely nothing and I feel really bad, but honestly, I get up to do one thing and I'm wiped out. I felt so bad because my husband, he comes home from a long day of work and he does more in an hour than I've done all week. And I apologize for it, but at the same time, I feel like I am doing as much as I can and my body is just telling me that has limitations and I can't pick up things that I used to want to pick up. I can't fit through small spaces. My belly gets in the way of everything. And it's also partially, along with the physical, it's the mental that I'm so scatterbrained. I walk into a room, I completely forget what I was doing, which happened before pregnancy, but it's just gotten way worse. And I get stuck on one thing. I have it in my mind that I need to find this one thing to do this one task, and I can't do anything else until I get that one thing done. Drives me insane. I've been waking up a lot throughout the night, 6 or more times, usually almost about every hour until later on in the night, and then I'll sleep 2 to 3 hours at a time, and that feels like a godsend. So I think it's partially my body preparing me for being able to get up, do something, and then get back to sleep. I had horrible insomnia last night. We go to bed pretty early, around 8 or 9 o'clock, and I couldn't get to sleep last night until 1 in the morning because the baby was just so uncomfortable. I didn't know what was happening, but I felt like I was laying on a rock if I was on this side or that side, and I just couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't stop my brain from and just talking all night until about 12:30 when I put on some like meditation music and I forced myself to no more thinking, find a comfortable position, you need to sleep. And that kind of ruins my day because then I end up either getting up my normal time around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I'm exhausted and then I'm useless, or I end up sleeping in, which is what I did today. I feel great, but half the day is over by the time I'm all up and settled and dressed and fed the dogs. So it just feels like either way, it's not a habit I want to get into. It was kind of cool though, at some point around midnight when I was just starting to get fed up with it, I laid back and was trying to feel the baby and figure out the position, and I'm horrible with doing that because I usually think oh, the baby's head is here, and then the midwife comes in and says no, the baby's head is here. So I know I'm not that good at this science, but I was just kind of curious. I have a little hand or knee or something that it's usually always right above my belly button, and occasionally I get a foot all the way up here. So I was just trying to figure out, did baby move so my belly is just stretched at this weird angle, and is that why? And so I'm slightly pressing against the baby, trying to figure out, is this the head or is this the back? Is this the butt? And the baby responded. Very much like, a child outside of the womb that, you touch them and it feels good or it doesn't feel good, and they show back what they're feeling. And that was the absolute first time that I've ever had that, where we're actually talking back and forth with movement. So that was really cool, and I guess if you have to deal with one night of lost sleep to feel that amazing feeling, it was definitely worth it. So my goal for this past week has been to eat healthy, and I wouldn't say that I failed, but I definitely haven't succeeded. My diet is pretty healthy altogether. I eat quite a few fruits and veggies, but I definitely am still eating way more sugary stuff than I would like and than I really should. So that will continue to be my goal for the upcoming weeks. My new goal is also to declutter the house. I want the house to be just so easy to take care of once baby's here that it takes like 5 minutes to clean up the whole main living area, and we just have so much stuff and we don't need it and we don't use it. It's just really difficult to actually like get rid of stuff, because you just always think, the second I get rid of this, I'm gonna need it. And here's my baby bump. And I feel like my belly is just going straight out. So I hope you all are having a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye!